Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to do a collective reading with my Phoenix Rebirth deck for May 6th through May 13th. Now I've already pre-pulled the cards and yeah, let's just get into it. So this reading moves through the full current of the Phoenix Rebirth system. The major arcana and the minor arcana and the bridge energies woven together. The dominant theme for the week is the truth you stopped avoiding becomes the doorway to your next level. All right, there's a strong energetic pattern around emotional clarity, rebuilding identity after disappointment, sacred boundaries, financial stabilization, and reclaiming personal direction after confusion or emotional exhaustion. So this is not a passive week, it is a recalibration week. So for the opening energy, I drew the Ashes of the Phoenix. The collective is emerging from emotional collapse, betrayal, burnout, or a painful realization. Something recently exposed itself for what it is. Many people are recognizing where they overgave, where they abandoned themselves, where they confused loyalty with self-sacrifice, or where they stayed attached to a version of someone that is no longer there. Now for the clarifier, I drew the Five of Ash, the Desolate Hearth. This card indicates grief around unmet expectations, not just romantic, but also family, friendships, creative partnerships, careers, spiritual communities, or even an old version of yourself. But this card combination is important because it is not about destruction without purpose. The Phoenix does not rise before the burning. The burning is just the transition. So the collective message for that would be stop trying to receive what your spirit has already released. So the mental or spiritual current, I drew the Inner Flame, the High Priestess card, clarified by the Page of Cinders. This week increases intuitive sensitivity dramatically. People may notice vivid dreams, repeated signs, heightened emotional perception, sudden clarity, or internal discomfort around situations that were previously rationalized. The flare of ember shows the return of curiosity and spiritual ignition. However, the message here is discernment over fantasy. Not every spiritual feeling is guidance. Sometimes anxiety imitates intuition. This card asks, what feels calm and true? What requires performance over convincing? What consistently drains your nervous system? This week rewards are silence, observation, journaling, meditation, or emotional accuracy in conversations. For the financial or material current, I drew the Sovereign Ember. Now, this is one of the strongest financial stabilization signatures the collective has received in recent weeks. The energy says, structure now creates freedom later. Many people are being called to organize finances, finish unfinished projects, establish business systems, create routines, or define pricing and value, or stop emotionally spending energy where there is no return. For the clarifier, I drew the Eight of Ash, the Dedicated Forge. This card indicates disciplined labor and long-term craftsmanship. This is especially strong for creators, healers, entrepreneurs, educators, spiritual workers, or people building independence through independent income streams. The message is clear. Consistency matters more than intensity right now. Small repeated effort compounds rapidly during this cycle. The emotional or relationship current of the reading is the Twin Flames intertwined. This is the heaviest emotional section of the reading. The collective is confronting emotional imbalance in relationships by overgiving, emotional manipulation, avoidance, mixed signals, spiritualized attachments, or emotional codependency. Some people are realizing, I kept trying to heal a relationship that required mutual accountability. The clarifier for this was the Pyre of Emberbloods, the Compassionate Guardian, in reverse. This card often appears when emotional intuition became distorted through longing, fear of abandonment, or emotional exhaustion. This week highlights emotional boundaries, clean communication, and self-respect over emotional chasing. The important message is love is not proven through suffering. Healthy love does not require constant confusion, emotional instability, hypervigilance, or self-erasure. This is a major cycle of sacred self-return. Now, the shadow or challenge position of this reading is the Shadow Blaze, the Devil card. This week exposes attachment patterns, especially fear-based bonding, addiction cycles, emotional dependency, obsessive thinking, doom scrolling, avoidance, and narrative rooted in scarcity. This card was clarified by the Seven of Ash, the Waiting Ember Garden. This card reveals mental imprisonment through repetition. The collective challenge is stop feeding what weakens you. This includes conversations that drain you, people who destabilize you, habits that disconnect you from yourself, and identities built around pain. This card combination says awareness alone is not enough anymore. Action is now required. And the outcome or direction of the week is the Radiant Wing, Sun card. By the end of this cycle, the energy becomes significantly lighter. It is clarified by the Six of Cinders, which shows recognition, confidence in restoration, reconnection, creative momentum, supportive community, and visible progress. The Radiant Wing is one of the cleanest success and vitality signatures of the deck. But notice the success comes after truth, not after perfection, not after revenge, and not after control, but truth. People who choose alignment this week may experience emotional breakthroughs, unexpected support, creative inspiration, clearer opportunities, renewed motivation, or sudden feeling of personal liberation. Now, one of the unique features of my deck is the bridge cards that I introduced, and one of them is in the drawing. It is Momentum. The bridge card says, movement itself is healing. Do not wait to feel completely ready. This week favors beginning, correcting course, speaking honestly, creating consistently, protecting your peace, and choosing yourself without guilt. Even small movement breaks stagnation. So the final collective oracle is an old cycle was built around survival. The new cycle is asking for sovereignty. Some people will resist this transition because clarity changes relationships. But the Phoenix Rebirth current is not trying to make you smaller so others can stay comfortable. It's trying to make you return to yourself. The affirmation for this week: I answer the call to rise as the person I've always meant to become. All right. Hope that resonated with everybody, and leave a comment below. Let me know what you think, and stay tuned for the launch of my website and the Phoenix Rebirth Tarot being released very soon. All right. Have a great day, morning, night, wherever you are, and I will talk to you all soon.